But speaking from a creative perspective, softness determines the distance of the art. Basically, art is done on a two-dimensional. I have to take this class today in Apple Store to get more details on how to, because, man, it's softness determines distance. Basically, art is drawing or painting is illustrated or demonstrated on a two-dimensional surface. But it's given the illusion of a three-dimensional perspective, and the three-dimensional perspective is really contingent and conducive on, I call it geometric perpendicular angles. Art is really philosophically, the fundamental nature of art is really contingent and conducive to two philosophical phenomena: perspective and proportion. Perspective, from a subjective and an objective standpoint, is the ability to see the angle at which the image is illustrated or depicted, and proportion is understanding the geometric coordinates in proportion, right? To really replicate or imitate or impersonate what you're trying to transpose and transcribe. And I find art to be intriguing because there's a lot of metaphors and analogies I could extract from art into music. Primarily the how you transpose from a two-dimensional perspective to a three-dimensional perspective. At least give the three-dimensional illusional perspective. And shades give that three-dimensional depth on a two-dimensional surface. Softness determines distance, which is something we are oblivious to, jaded to. We are unaware that things at far distance tend to be soft, and things that are close tend to not necessarily be bright, but have a more sharp because it's a closer focus. And brightness and darkness is what gives that three-dimension. Art is fascinating. I find art to be fascinating. Art is definitely a hobby.